Hello everybody, I'm the one who's going to be introducing these three beautiful performers. I am Chris, the Comedy Bunny, and I just want to share with you guys one little thing. I've been having a lot of fun at this convention, but I've had a lot on my mind recently, including but not limited to the fact that there's iCarly things that stuck in my head, how much of a dick giraffes can be, all sorts of different things. You know, just the other day I was thinking to myself, what if I am so sorry about that. Apparently I was thinking about it when I lost it. So, instead of that, how about we bring up someone who's actually good at comedy, Xander the Blue!
Everybody! I have just as many memory lapses, that's why I have paper. Oh my god. Hello everybody! I got here straight from the Fursuit dance tryouts, the first time I ever did that. And now I'm here. I'm in the middle of the Fursuit Attention Horror Triathlon. So, after this, in the lobby, Fursuit competition! Woo! But yeah, so that's fun. And anyway, I did! Fudge! I'm trying to be PG-13, that's not going to happen very well. So anyway, I did it again! So here's something I never thought I'd ever say. I witnessed a poetic moment at Sam's Club. Does anyone know what Sam's Club is? It's where you go to buy stuff, but too much. Like, if you ever have the thought, I don't have enough mustard for the apocalypse. I'll be damned if I have ketchup on my red roast hot dogs. Fallout Chicago, whatever. So, I just walk around there, and I think you should need a license to shop there. Because it's almost like buying too much ammo. Like, we're just going to give you this box of Oreos and see if you can responsibly buy and handle it. See if it lasts for a year. So anyway, I was in Sam's Club, and I was going there as a visitor. Observer, if you will, alcohol has membership. And I'm standing in the aisle, and there's a very large woman. I'm not judging her or anything, but she's coming toward me, and she's in a, what do you call, shopping/Mario Kart? And coming right at me, she doesn't seem too happy about her situation. And then I see her eyes light up, and she goes, I want some honey. Beep, 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 beep. I don't have to go to the theater, because that was a Shakespearean tragedy in 8 seconds. Act 1. Oh, how did I get to this point? Act 2. Honey. Act 3. Garbage truck noises coming from your vehicle. It's not for everyone else, it's a warning to yourself. Like, if I was in that, I could totally see myself in that situation if I had a Sam's Club membership. I would just probably laugh so I don't have to hear the beeps. And then when I finally give up and I do back up, the beep, if it was a movie, the beeping would be back up for the honey that no one should own. For that amount of honey, the beeping would smash cut to an emergency room with the beeping up by life support. Yeah, sorry. So hey, let's get to know each other. Who in here also shaves their junk? Yeah, that's right. So, I just want to congratulate you, because not everyone knows this, but that's a commitment. Because, look, if you don't stay on that just becomes a bed of nails for your dick. If you forget for like a week or two, you lie back, there's like, ah! And then, hey, Who said millennials can't do anything? That's right. That's right, no! We killed crabs, Toys R Us apparently, Applebee's. I love reading those articles that are like how millennials killed this by not buying whatever. It's like we wake up and it's like, man, where will I not shop today? I got it. Hashtag fuck napkins. And anyway, so listen to this podcast, and this guy was going on about depression. He goes, well, listen, you can get on the sad bus, or you can get on the happy bus. I'm like, this guy has never been on a bus. There is no happy bus. Have you been on a bus? You are the filling of a rolling cake Twinkie. I usually try to distract myself, you know. I like to download Netflix. That's my favorite thing to do. And yeah, exactly. I watch a lot of documentaries. And I found the most unintentional comedy on Netflix. It's a very serious documentary series. But one episode is about the $20 million, very serious maple syrup bandits. They stole in the middle of the night $20 million of maple syrup in Canada. And it's the most Canadian thing I've ever heard. I just love here in America, like, we're just like, oh, how do we stop our kids from being shot? Meanwhile in Canada, someone stole the syrup! I gotta feed lumberjacks and my pancakes are dry. But yeah, in the documentary they have things like, just like montage of like a Mountie and just very serious legal documents that in highlighted pen it says black market syrup. And I'm just picturing like a dealer on the corner, just like, I got different strains, man. Listen over here. I got your strains but Trudeau. I got your Dudley Do-Right OG. And I got my personal favorite, the diabetic grizzly bear. And anyway, so they buy their stuff. I know. They buy the stuff, you know. They get the maple syrup. They go around the cart. They go around the corner. Like, shit! They cut this with Nutella. Man, sorry, I'm tired of the dancing. You understand? Don't dance and joke. Or something. That's weird. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, believe it or not, I'm allowed to drive. I know. I shouldn't have a license. That's why I asked, how do you get anywhere? Like, it's easy. I just avoid the blobs. Like, what do you do at night? You avoid the pairs of red blobs. That's the tail lights, but yeah, that's truer than you know. So, and the thing is, like, okay, I'm not the best driver, and over my career of drivosity, I've totaled 3 cars. We brought one back from the dead. And I feel kind of weirdly guilty. It's actually a kind of weird white guilt. Because 3 of the cars were Pontiacs, so that's the thing. We go the Indians, right? Alright. Yeah! Shut up. My own maid is heckling me. Yeah. So, one of my favorite things, I don't go to the movies very often. But, one of my favorite things is when we go to the movies, you don't know what you're watching until the title comes up. The title itself is a punchline. Like, me and Alfly were sitting down, and it's a very sad movie for a trailer, and everyone's like, oh God, high school's so hard. And the kids are getting bullied. We gotta stick together. And then it showed the title, boom, Power Rangers. I'm just gonna assume that every trailer is a dark reboot of my childhood. He's gonna show a guy like eating in the corner with wrappers thrown out. And it gets closer and closer. It's like, Jerry, you gotta stop eating so much sugar. Your diabetes is gonna kill you. It's the only way I experience joy. Candyland. There's another one. It's like, Nicolas Cage was the best skyscraper firefighter, but he also loved heroin. Nick Cage in Shoots and Ladders. So, anyway. Really is hard to come up with new material and stuff. I like to think that, like, you know how Sherlock has a mind palace? At the best, I go to my brain shack. That's where I concoct jokes. And I like to think I've gotten better at coming up with material, but like I run by my audience that I think I can hear. But then I'm like, wait a minute, Xander, you're the only one in art class that laughed out loud when the art teacher said, this famous painter was accidentally hit by a train. I know. Well, hear me out. Look, I can see myself doing that, just going into that haze of thinking the thoughts of an artist because I'm an idiot. And just going on like, I think thoughts like, what came first? The pearl necklace or the pearl necklace? Like, was a caveman finished? Like, oh, good idea for jewelry. It's like, they could, or like, because I never understood the act of the pearl necklace, that's what you do on someone's neck. For those who don't know, I never understood it because I've never approached climax and been like, let's get creative. You can't control that. It looks like it's just a big mess. Like maybe if you're a cake decorator, or maybe if you're Bob Ross, oh, here's a happy little rush. But I think those thoughts, and that's when I get hit by a train. And the other thing that's hilarious about the famous painter getting hit by a train, what was his last act in life? He painted the train. So, real quick, Twitter's a fascinating place, and I'm not going to name names or anything, but I always love the guys who have like a really very big following, and they say some fucked up shit, and then like, hey, stop replying and stop having opinions. Look, that's kind of like if you just throw garbage on your front porch, and you're like, oh fuck, where'd I get all these goddamn raccoons? I better throw out more trash. Because some of the raccoons are going to have rainbow hair, and some of them are going to have red hats. Yeah. And it doesn't matter, actually, you know what? It doesn't matter what you say. You're going to have someone replying with something terrible. Like you could say, I hate slavery. And someone's going to reply to you, that's my favorite form of chain migration. You can guess which one that is. Alright, well, my time's up here, but I was going to leave with one more thing. I know it's a scary world, and it's a lot of bad things out there, but it's still kind of nice still. I feel like we're in the suburbs of time. Like, right across the tracks is like the scary Mad Max apocalypse, but for now, Aftershock, yeah! I know it's scary, but you know, if I learned one thing from the last year and a half, we really don't need a president. So, I think we should nominate for the next presidency T-Rex inflatable costume. It doesn't matter who's inside of it. He just gives me hope. Like I could just see, a debate. We're just like, oh, what should we do with Donald Trump? I think we should continue to build the wall. What say you, T-Rex? He won. That's it. All right, that's all I got, guys. Thank you very much.
Alright guys, next to the stage, he disappeared. Crap. Guys, next play we have the second head of the three-headed monster. Guys, let's give it up for Lord Panda!
I'm gonna walk the stage. I'm just gonna stand here the whole time or something.
Oh my goodness, welcome everyone to MCFC, Monty Python Furry Convention. Or in my case, Monty Motor City Furry Concussion. For those of you who didn't see opening ceremonies, my head became part of that table. Very slowly. It was seriously the slowest falling over and face planting in history. It will be on Twitter later, I know. So if I'm a little off my game, concussion. So for those of you who know me, you know I'm a fan of memes. I like memes. I tweet memes all the time. And one of the big memes that's been going around the last couple months is the whole Tide Pod thing. I don't really get it, but I'm like, surely it needs to be ending soon. And then I went to the dealer's den and I bought a Tide Pod pillow. And the horrible thing is, it's the most squishy, adorable pillow I've ever had in my life. So I'm totally going to sleep with a Tide Pod, which hopefully does not get hashtagged. But seriously, like, donate Tide Pods. You can get a donate Tide Pod badge over in the dealer's den. And I'm just like, why is this a thing? I don't get it. In nature, things are bright and colorful to warn creatures this could be poison. And in the real life, things are bright and colorful and people think this could be candy. I don't understand it. I think you know what we need to do? We need to give poison control a break. Just put them on hiatus for a little while. Let nature take its course. I really do. If people call them up, you know, it just goes to voicemail like, you've reached poison control. We're currently on hiatus. If you've eaten Tide Pods in some capacity, press 2 to be connected with Dan. Boop. Hi, this is Dan, the Darwin Award nomination line. If you've eaten Tide Pods on a pizza, press 1. If you blended them in a blender, press 2. But seriously, I don't get it. There was a bakery making Tide Pod colored donuts. Little donuts and the frosting was all Tide Pod. Do you know how much that's gonna fuck up the kids? Seriously, you take them out. That is gonna have a problem. Why don't you have a delicious donut with tasty, you know, coloring on it? And they get home and they find a bag of Tide Pods. Timbits! I mean, what can you do? There was people out there, they were making Tide Pod pizzas. Like they were melting Tide Pods on a pizza. Why? I mean, if you want to melt perfectly good Tide Pods, that's on you. You ruin a perfectly good pizza, I will destroy you. No. But I don't want them going after anything else. If I start seeing Tide Pods in my cereal, I'm going to get angry. No. Oh, new Tide Pod Lucky Charms. They're magically delicious. But oh my god, it needs to go. I mean, other than this pillow, which is adorable. Like, but otherwise, these seem to go away. Anyone seen the Wreck-It Ralph 2 trailer? Oh yeah. Kitty gets a milkshake, Bunny gets the pancakes. What inflation artist suddenly went from FA to Disney? What the hell? Oh my god. Violet from Willy Wonka is suddenly sitting there dressed as a bunny. Purr, purr. Wait, Alkaline. Pancake. Inside joke. Seriously, but it made me think, like, it's been, you know, about 5 years ago that Wreck-It Ralph inspired a certain routine. My very first routine that I ever performed on stage. And this is 10 years from the original FCN, which was the convention that got me to meet Alkali and get the inspiration to perform. So I thought, hopefully either it's been so long you've forgotten or you haven't heard this routine, I'm going to tell you all about Wreck-It Ralph. A sex move that I invented. Now I know what you're thinking. I mean, who normally equates cartoons and sex to get... I'm not going to finish that. You know, it's not like I go home at the end of the night, though, and my buddies are like, hey, how was that date? Well, it started off, I thought she was kind of frozen, if you know what I mean. But then, I went to drop her off in my car. She made a grab for controlling interest of my Monsters Incorporated. I was like, let's go on inside. So we started getting tangled on the couch. Things were starting to look up. Oh yeah, all I could think was, I'm gonna train this dragon. Oh, I'm totally gonna take a ride on her toothless, if you know what I mean. But, when I went to find her Nemo, it was a Bob's Life! So I got the hell out of there and went home to a Toy Story. No. We don't normally equate cartoons and sex together that much. But I did come up with a little tiny sex move based off of Wreck-It Ralph. And it's essentially this. You're making sweet passionate love to your partner. Just as they're about to finish, you ball up your fist, yell, I'm gonna wreck it! Punch them right in the junk. Don't do this move. If you want a surefire way to never get laid with anyone that person knows, then do that move. By the way, the one time though, that move could possibly be considered acceptable. If you're having breakup sex, and they don't know it's breakup sex. Oh yeah. This is amazing and wonderful and I love you. Really, huh? Yeah, well, combo breaker. Relationship fatality. You. Now I don't know if you know, the following year after I performed that, the hotel was under construction. The MCFC came into existence. We had the under construction team. And you might notice that a few rooms had new TVs in them. But on one floor there was only one TV replaced on that floor because they held it relatively new, but one had to be replaced that night that I told that routine. You see, I was walking down the hallway thinking I did great at the stand-up. My first time performing, this was fantastic. And I hear from one of the rooms, which I interpreted as somebody yelling that phrase and then the TV getting smashed into the wall. I envisioned they were either just, kind of being playful, I'm gonna wreck it, because they invented it, and the person didn't realize they were making a joke and Kangaroo flung them across the room into the TV. And I actually, went to the hotel and I said, so, I thought I heard this on such and such floor. And I couldn't quite tell which room it was from. It was this area. They were like, I can't officially tell you. But if you look at all the TVs in all those rooms, one of them is much newer than all the others. That was literally the crowning achievement of my comedy career right there. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's have a vote. Round of applause. Would you like to hear about Truth Serum or Century Man? Nobody knows Century Man. Century Man. Century Man. Century Man is my nickname for an individual that happened to be a patron of where I work. I happen to be a pharmacist. And we have occasionally people who shuffle up to the pharmacy. And usually when they shuffle up like that, their legs are barely moving. It's like, I need something to make me poop. And you're like, okay, I will handle this. It's right over here. Let's show you where this is. And I call Central because he looks well over 100 years old. And the fact that he was that old and then said this to me, shuffling up, I'm like, okay, I can handle this. How can I help you? I need something to make it stiffer. I'm sorry, what was that? I need something to make it stiffer for when I'm giving it to my wife. And I'm thinking, no. One, I have nothing that I can give you, and two, even if I could, I don't want anything that's going to pull blood away from your brain. You are 100 and question mark years old. You need that to function. I am way off my game today. Man, I'm blanking. Someone give me a cue, something you want me to talk about, because I am new line. I need something to sing up here. No, I don't want to sing. No. I feel pretty. So pretty. I had a concussion at opening ceremony. That's all you're getting for something. Oh my gosh, everything is going out of my head. I can't think of anything. What? You want me to sing "Oh Canada"?
Please.
Mom Des? I can tell something about Mom Des. Mom Des. You think I could tell something about Mom Des? I have 8 stories about her.
How about working out with Mom Des?
Working out with... Oh. Well, okay, actually that is very relevant. I've had a lot of people come up to me mentioning how I'm looking pretty good right now. I've actually lost 30 pounds since MFF. Working out multiple times per week with a personal trainer. It's tough as hell, but it's definitely feeling worth it. And I actually had done that once before, a couple of years back. I couldn't wait back on. But when I was working out before with a personal trainer, I showed up with my family at an event, and they were like, "Oh, you're looking really good. Keep working up those buys and those tries, and all those pecs and those glutes." And my mom yells, "And your sphincter!" My mom does a little, 75-year-old British lady, and she suddenly yells, "Sphincter!" And we all turned to look at her, as did the entirety of the restaurant we were eating in, because she couldn't yell "Sphincter" at home in the kitchen, no. And everyone was just like, why did that little British lady yell "Sphincter"? Is that like a British dish or something? Like, waiter, I'd like to send this back. My sphincter isn't tenderized enough. When you bring it back, you bring it with a side of spotted dick. Nothing goes as well with sphincter as spotted dick. But, oh my god, everyone's like, why did you yell that? And she was legitimately confused. Well, it's a muscle. I heard it on one of my medical shows. Not technically wrong. Not a muscle group my trainer's gonna help me work out. Pretty sure his girlfriend's not gonna appreciate that. Well, come on over here to the Ass Buster 9000. Now, first of all, I think you have to know, there are 2 bottles with this machine. Normally there's just one with alcohol to spray. This one comes with a thing of lube as well. Make sure to use the lube first. If you use the alcohol first, it will not be a fun experience. I saw someone do that once. They sprayed the alcohol, sat down, and that sound came directly from his bunghole. I did not know the ass had its own larynx. Here's what you do. You spray alcohol. Get down in there, and squeeze! Oh, look, our ass squoze 500 pounds. Look at that. Let's see what you can do. And so my sister-in-law, who was a nurse, she bit the bullet, she leaned in, she was like, "This is what a sphincter is." And Mom turned, like, she's already British, so she's pretty pale, but she like, pure albino, like this. She only said 7 more words the whole rest of the night. One was, waiter, more wine, please. And leave the bottle. Serious. She is adorable though. Mom Daz is adorable. When she first moved to Canada, she tried to go out to the store to buy some erasers for my 2 older brothers who were little kids at the time. And of course, in Britain, erasers are called rubbers. So she went to the pharmacy and was like, I need to pick some rubbers up, please. Sure. What are they? A particular kind? Well, they're for my 9-year-olds. And if possible, I like the ones with Fred Flintstone on them. Really? Like, seriously, Fred Flintstone's on them, when they unroll, it just says, I'm gonna yabba dabba do you. She gets us into a little bit of trouble. She flipped off an old lady once, when she was like middle-aged. She made a little old lady think my entire family flipped her off. We were in an elevator, and, all in the elevator, my brothers, my parents, and I. And the little old lady was going up, oh, this elevator going down. And like, no, we're going up, and all of us were doing this. And as the doors closed, the ladies was like, what happened? And Mom would just hear her as the doors are closing, which is the finger you don't point with? And we turn as one, and she's standing there looking at her middle finger. That's the wrong one, isn't it? Yes, Mom! You made this little lady think that the entire grocery family flipped her off. No. But she was a teacher. She retired a number of years ago. Just celebrated her 75th birthday a couple weeks ago. So she's going up to visit her for recently, the last time I went up to visit, I brought her to the mall. And she wanted to go to the mall, walk to the mall. I'm like, that's fine. She said, do you mind if we stop at the hairdresser? So I'm like, fine, I can walk around or play Pokemon Go on my phone. There's a gym next door, whatever. And all of a sudden, I'm just sitting there, just chilling on my phone, and all I hear is, no. And I reckon it's Mom Daz. And she's and I sprint to the back of the store, and I don't sprint yet. I might be working out, and I'm not a runner. As Alkali, he walks, and I'm like 20 blocks behind. And I get back there, I'm like, what's wrong? And my mom is, no. And there's a little old lady, like, this store was one of those, like, hair salons where they have, like, a whole, like, Asian family working, and, like, their parents, like, came over, and, like, the grandparents, like, don't barely speak a word of English. And she's standing there with just the word, oh my gosh, what's it called? Bikini wax, the other word for it? Brazilian, thank you. I was like, it's a country. What country is it? What country represents no hair on your dick? Anyway. There's just a word that says Brazilian, question mark. And I'm like, I don't think my mom needs a Brazilian, thanks. She is like 65. I love my dad. My mom does not need a Brazilian. Go away. But lady's like, no. You English teacher, you teach my son. Yes, okay, sure. I'm making a sign, did I spell it right? And Mom's just like, one more error. She looks at me, she says, you're gonna talk about this on stage, aren't you? Damn right. Okay, I'm definitely at my time limit now, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time tonight, and welcome to the, Chris, come up to the stage and introduce our final person for the evening, if you would be so kind.
I would. Thank you very much. Everyone, keeping on the fantastic, that was amazing. I had never heard that anyone else said. That was phenomenal. I almost said a bad word, but it's PG-13. Alrighty, so, you know him, you want to kill him, we can prove that with the money you've raised trying to. Everybody give it up for the big, fat, gay Jerry Seinfeld himself, Alkali.
Kage set because it's fairly common that I end up on stage after him. My cohorts know this. I have to plan my set right beforehand. Because if I think about it, if I try to write something down, if I do what these two genius comedians do, or even Kage, I will come up here and I will monotone the story. And then they came to the place and
Extra robot.
Mr. Robot! Beep-bop-boop! Mr. Robot! Beep-bop-boop! So, this entire time that poor Uncle Kage is up here doing his set, I'm half listening to him, and I'm on my phone trying to like, that's really funny. I think I just stole a joke from Uncle Kage. He won't notice. I'm like, so I said, that would be wild. That would be really fun if I just came up here and told Kage's set. And then I saw that he left his notes up here. So he's in for a surprise landfill. I don't know who's opening for who, but this could get weird. I sat there and I tried to remember some of the stupid things that had happened to me. Also how to work a phone. Also art plantation, part one giver. That's what that sign says. Stages are very hard to see off of. Okay, I can't actually spell anything. None of my notes make any sense. School story.
Yay! Boss, damn it!
Yeah, that's probably what that meant. Well, I have been asked to go back to a few stories. Apparently, there are some new people out here in the audience, and my rule is that once I tell these stories on Anthrogon stage, I usually retire them. But it's been a little bit. So let me tell you how stupid I am. Woo! I started it up. Thanks. A moment. Well, I play Nero. Nero is a live-action role-playing game. Basically, what you do is you get in your car, you go to a location, you beat the shit out of your friends for a few days, and you go home and tell everyone you were camping. It was camping, all I was doing was camping. Which is almost how it works with Murray, but then it's just I was gay camping. It's just gay camping. I started a fight. So, we had an event, the Memorial Day event. Memorial Day event is 3 days long. You arrive on Friday, you leave Monday, and I was running the plot at the time. I read the story, which meant I needed to stay awake. Needed is a strong word. I'm stupid and stayed awake for 2.5 days. And that Sunday night, I got a phone call from my home. They said I needed to return immediately. Well, I live under their roof, their rules, and I deserve to be shot for some of the things I told them, so maybe every once in a while I should listen to them. So I got in my car with my friend and headed home. 3 days of no sleep and then getting behind the wheel of the car, I might as well have been shooting crack cocaine mixed with tequila. Whee! Street signs everywhere. I was on a rural Illinois route. 2 lanes. Driving. My friend passed out next to me. In front of me, school bus. It is 11:30 at night. Why is there a school bus on the highway? You know what? I don't want to be behind the schools. I drive in Chicago, the land of you're going to die. We have turn signals and guns, and we don't truly know how to use either. I don't want to be behind the school bus, so I start speeding up. And that school bus, it paced me. I was driving a large SUV. Those things don't get great mileage, but when they get moving, they continue moving. school bus. Wouldn't it be the shittiest end of the story? And then I hit the school bus and killed like 80 kids. Oh, this is not good, my friend. Love you, Barry. Well, it clicked. And I looked in front of my eyes went wide. And as carefully as I could, I started to slow down my tank. I pushed the brake, pulled over to the side of the road, and punched my friend as hard as I fucking could. I said, "You need to drive." He said, "Why?" I said, "Dude, you see the yellow line in the middle of the road?" "Yes." "You see the school bus in front of us?" "No." "Right. I have thought that yellow line is a school bus for the last 20 miles. You need to drive." Went to sleep. Next to him in the car, he drove the rest of the night. Got back to my place, and I was waking up. I asked him, "Oh, dude, thank you so much for that." He's like, "No, don't worry about it, dude. The Tic Tacs kept me company." I'm like, "What? You know those spiders from Legend of Zelda?" I'm like, "Yeah, so one of them was jumping on the hood of your car." Went into my bedroom and said, "What do you need?" My dad said, "The VCR's not working." I'm a dangerous idiot. You know, sometimes you need a break. You need to relax. You need to hang out with friends. And it's never more important than when a close friend of yours has a birthday. Oh, isn't it wonderful? You take out all the stops, you throw a party, you go out and you do something stupid, right?
Yeah!
So, we're not going to name names. Somebody found an amazing supplier of brownies. They're very good brownies. They had little green leafy sprinkles in the brownies.
Sure wasn't you, Senator?
Now,
Fuck you.
I love that you're all just yelling at each other. You motherfucker, you want to pot in that chair? Like, I'm going to finish this set. You guys all just be still like, "Great fucking job. This is cool now?" No! No, your fault, fucker. What we were told about these wonderful, delicious, and moist, by the way. I mentioned moist, very moist brownies. Well, apparently, not only were they a beautiful delayed reaction, which is quite normal, they're about as strong as a SUV slamming into a school bus with 80 kids. So I'd like to share with you our night. Started off Xander's condo, because Xander's condo is right across the street from an absolutely beautiful disc golf course. I loved playing there, so we sat down. He said, "Let us partake. This is delicious. Shall we go shoot disc golf? Excellent." And then things went south. Literally, we went south. We walked the wrong way to get to the disc golf course, realized what we were doing, and to get there, started playing Fetch with the Dragon. Just go! Hey! And he would chase our discs until we got to the course. We couldn't find the first hole because we had walked the wrong direction, so we just decided, well, screw this. There's a hole right there. And we just started chugging our disc in. It was a street light. I got a hole in one. At one point, we were so turned around that it was like Monty Python. We all threw at the same time in different directions and scattered. We spent the next hour trying to hook back up with each other because we were lost on a difficult disc golf course. And by the way, this isn't like trees and water hedges. No, it's fairly flat. We could see each other, but weren't sure what that was. We knew it was another person when we got hit with the disc and said, "Ow!" We're like, "Oh, you weren't the cup." Great. Now we are walking back home, and I look over at my mate who was doing this. "What are you doing?" He says, "I'm thirsty and it's humid." He's eating the air. A car drove by and they went, "Yo, Pac-Man!" We were immediately ejected from the bar. The only problem is, you can eject people who think there's a World War II reenactment going on, but you know who you can't kick out? Joe fucking Montana! So in my infinite wisdom, I finally came up with the only way to do this. I play hero, I'm a role player. How do you do this? You play along. So I stood directly in front of the front door and, Joe, you can't get me. He tackled me and he slammed the door. We're out. All right, we've made it outside. Now what do? We need a new plan. We were planning on being there for hours. And Xander goes, oh, we can record a podcast. And we all said, no. Which apparently came out as, yes. We walk back to his condo. We get to the condo. Now we are setting up. We have a microphone being set up. Now, if you haven't seen my show, we use a Yeti mic. A Yeti mic looks like a dildo. We are now side-ranked. All we can talk about is connoisseur dildos for the next 20 minutes as he is screaming, we need to be recording this! Dicks for everyone! Joe Montana has left us at this point, gone through the back bedroom to the back bathroom, and all we are hearing now from the back of the house is this. Joe, you okay? And Joe yelled to me, food was in and now it is out. That's not a normal sound. What hole is it coming out of? Well, we forgot something because in our infinite wisdom, we did realize that we had been wandering around all day. We've been to a bar, we've been this lonely. What do you need after that? You need sustenance. That's right, you need birthday pizza. Well, there was a knock on the door that scared the living shit out of all of us. And for some reason, Dragon went, is that the murderer? Not quite sure where he was at that moment. But it was around Friday the 13th, I assume. Xander opens the door to see this young, hot-faced pizza boy standing out there with 3 piping hot Papa John's pizzas. And as he is about to say something from the back of the condo, all he hears, and Dragger says, oh no, that's the murder. Well, we don't order from that pizza place anymore. Not because of that, but because of me. Or you see, I was also drunk and stupid. And I thought, well, I pay for pizzas and we could offer this gentleman something so much better. Said, hey, you want to be on a podcast? He slowly backed away from the door. We did pay for the pizza. We did take the pizza, and we did order from them again. Next time we ordered from them, it was simply me and Xander having a night in. We had forgotten that story until the door opened. And I hear from the front room there going, I remember you. And a dumb, hot-faced pizza boy going, oh, you're the murder podcast guys. If you haven't noticed, I do enjoy drinking. It relaxes me. I have a lot of trouble relaxing. I have a high-stress job, but the thing is I like high-stress environments. I always have. But one place I can't drink is Nero. I mentioned that earlier. And Miss Larker have very strict rules. I mean, we are hitting each other with full weapons. You can't drink, you can't do any kind of drugs. You have to be sober and ready to play this kind of game. But that doesn't stop my asshole friends from making me drink, because it's a role-playing game. We need to role-play. My character's a half-ogre. What does a half-ogre do? They get drunk and fight. So they started bringing me drinks. The first one was a shot of dwarven whiskey. Oh. It was maple syrup in a shot glass. But the problem with this was I wasn't just doing it to do it. You see, they had me sitting down. I was negotiating a peace treaty as a half-ogre. And many of you played Hero or was sitting there with an opaque round bottle filled to the brim with pure Canadian maple syrup, kept pouring us shots. To his credit, he matched me shot for shot as we drank maple. No one cared about the treaty. No one cared about the game. No one cared that we did not break character. What they cared about is that those two motherfuckers are just drinking syrup now. And I'm not going to let the dwarf win. I'm an ogre. So I took the bottle. Things happened. I'm not diabetic yet. But I just want to let you guys know something for the next time you visit the International House of Anecdotes. And that is, it was the most pleasurable vomit I ever had. It was sweet and flavor. But that won't beat performance. I do stand up here for you guys. Well, very rarely do I actually do anything like this for Nero, except for the Imperial Games. At the Imperial Games, we have to do a performance. With my background in improv, they decided not to tell me about it, so I was not allowed to prep. They told me I merely had to tell a story on stage, and every time I got a laugh, take a drink. They gave me a mason jar with what they called elven murder wine. The story was not good, but they laughed. Elven murder wine can be made using the following formula. 1, a drop of water, for flavor. 2, a packet of red Kool-Aid. 3, more Red Bull than you should ever own. It might be illegal. And of course, 4 5-hour energies. This was in the mason jar. Because when you love your friends, they love you back. So I started telling the story, and then not working. I don't know what to do. I'm just running through it, but the second I touch the mason jar, I get left. So I take a sip. It was good. I think it's the Kool-Aid mix. It was good. Well, I didn't finish the jar. I did finish the event, though, and I'm going to tell you this story through somebody else's eyes. We were sitting in front of the tavern. A group of rancid orcs walked into the town. Kelvin and Smith, the fat, tall guy with the lizard. Superman dived down from a tree wearing nothing but a few twigs, a codpiece, and a cloak. He spun around singing, "I am Superman, hear me roar," throwing swords that we did not see. I apparently had 8 swords, and I was just whipping them at people. Which does not work in this game, but I didn't care because I was having a good time. Then somebody honked their horn from the street. I yelled, "I must slay the dragon," and I ran off. I did not go to bed that night. The next morning, they found me curled up inside of the shower house with the water beating down on me, saying, "So cold, so warm, my pee is green." That story should be a warning to all of you. I have heard some amazing things about the furry fandom. I've heard things like Romulan ale. I've heard the drinks that you guys make. Guys, 1 5-hour energy is enough for any cocktail. Stop trying to kill yourself. Nuts. Alright. AB, I need to check. I know we got started a little late. Are we good for another story, or do I need to get out of here? They have a microphone. No, they have a schedule. No, he's a gun. Hold on. That'd be the perfect way to give you up. They'll just throw you home. We good? Good.
Yeah, we're on.
Okay. I told you I have trouble relaxing. Well, there is a way that I relax. It's one of my favorite ways, and it's with City Skylines. City Skylines to me is one of the greatest games ever created. It is a perfect culmination of every management game you've ever needed. You build a city and you watch it burn every 5 fucking minutes. Because nothing in that game is easy. But I finally got frustrated. my mate and my roommate, Nico. And they play Rocket League. And I hear shit coming from them all the time. Like, oh man, I can't believe you didn't block that. I look over the screen and it's like I'm watching Xander drive a totally normal car. He's just kind of careening all over the place and hitting shit. And then he blows up and I'm like, yep, that was Wednesday. The volume that they use to complain about that game is the same volume I use when I have cars in a turn lane going straight. There's an arrow on the ground, you ass! Arrow to the right means go to the right. Arrow to the left means go to the left. You want to go forward, go in the middle then? No, I have 400 fucking cars stretching from my city to Timbuktu into a volcano, my bad. And they are just going, and I couldn't stand it, so I went online. I found out the City Skylines has mods. So I found a traffic mod. I downloaded it. And I did not know a little piece about this traffic mod, and that is, when you install it in your game, it fixes your traffic problem. Cars are smarter, but it also gives every car produced, a 5% chance of being an asshole. That's actually in the description of the module. They will be assholes. Like, oh cool, all right. So I download the module. Now I have a large city, and I need to figure out what's wrong with traffic. So I start following cars around. I'm watching everything happen, and I finally start following a hearse. Because there's hearses in this game. I watched the hearse leave the crematorium, drive, following traffic laws to the first stop. The hearse parks itself in the middle of the goddamn street and goes inside to get a body. And I'm watching cars backed up on the side, like, I hope there's no kids in those cars. That's kind of traumatizing. I guess that's how the game works. And they loaded the body. And then I got confused. Because at that point, I expected this hearse to take it out back to the crematorium. They picked up the package. What more do they need? No! This crematorium's middle name is Efficiency, because they went to the next house. And I'm staring aghast as this hearse goes from house, Parker Mill Road, get a body, put it in the hearse. House, Parker Mill Road, get a body, put it in the hearse. I'm imagining little Jimmy going, oh, I miss you, Grandma. There was like, she was a wonderful woman. Move this. Alright, she's in. Next house. It went to 5 houses. It picked up 5 bodies, and then the most amazing thing happened. Because I did not know this. A hearse in City Skylines going to pick up bodies is a car. The game treats it as a normal motor vehicle. The second it is on its way back to the crematorium, it becomes a service vehicle, like an ambulance or a cop. So now this motherfucker is blowing through red lights, causing all sorts of traffic problems. I was like, what are these bodies late? They got places to be. They got to park somewhere nice. It gets all the way back to the crematorium, and now I just watched them unloading 5 bodies. But I kind of sped up the game because I need to see. When you speed up City Skylines, it's not like it plays faster, it just gets rid of frames. So instead of seeing them go to the truck, take the body, bring it to the crematorium, go to the no, they're just throwing fucking corpses into the crematorium. But that is amazingly efficient. If only they had a catapult and a slug. There was not a mod for a catapult and slug. Well, I watched for a little while longer. I was amused. I liked my hearse this time. It was a nice problem, the hearse problem. A miracle happened. When a hearse drops off the bodies when it's done, it pulls into the crematorium, depops, and repops. And God smiled on this hearse and made it one of the 5% assholes. So now I am locked onto this hearse, watching it go through my city, going off-roading with the hearse. I have raised sidewalks. There's just like, that's a shortcut. Murdered so many people. I immediately paused the game, went to the crematorium, and renamed it Job Security. The hearse is now driving over a raised pedestrian walk, gets off the pedestrian walk in midair, and just goes onto the road, stopping all traffic yet again and getting its 5 bodies. Going all the way back to the crematorium So the purse just slammed into the big turn and it burst into flames with my